Yo, what's good? It's just me talking to you wherever you're at right now. Maybe you're chilling on your bed, scrolling. Maybe you're out somewhere with your earbuds in. Or maybe you're just staring out a window, feeling that weight you can't quite name. I see you, and I'm gonna start with something that I think's gonna hit you hard because it's real. You act chill, but you're dying inside. You're out there playing it cool, smiling, nodding, acting like everything's fine. But deep down, there's this ache, this heaviness, this feeling like you're screaming and nobody hears you. Like you're pouring everything you've got into just existing. And it's still not enough to feel seen, to feel like you matter. And I get it. I feel that. So let's talk about it because I know you know what I'm talking about. And I want to unpack this with you. No BS, just us. You ever been in a moment where you're with people, friends, family, coworkers, doesn't matter, and you're doing all the right things. You're laughing at the jokes, you're keeping up with the conversation, you're throwing in a comment here and there, but it's like you're not really there. Like you're just going through the motions, playing the part of someone who's fine, someone who's got it together, but inside you're falling apart. You're smiling, but your chest feels tight. You're nodding, but your brain's screaming. Does anyone even care that I'm here? It's not like you're trying to be the loudest person in the room or make it all about you. You don't need that. You just want to feel like you're not invincible. Like what you say, what you think, who you are actually lands with someone. And when it doesn't, it's like a punch to the gut. It makes you want to pull back, shut down. Because why keep trying when it feels like you're just feeling like nothing? That's what I mean when I say you act chill, but you're dying inside. You're not out here hating on people, thinking you're above them, or that you don't need anyone. Nah, you're just exhausted. Exhausted from putting on this front, this mask that says, I'm good, I'm fine, when really you're carrying this quiet pain that nobody seems to notice. It's like you're drowning, but you're doing it so quietly that everyone thinks you're just swimming. And that's the worst part. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees how much it takes for you to show up, to keep that smile on, to act like you're not breaking. You're out here holding it together, but inside you're screaming, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, and I need someone to see it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've got it all figured out because I don't. I'm right here with you, feeling this sometimes. There are days when I'm out with people and I'm doing my best to keep up, to be present, to be the version of me they expect. But inside, I'm just tired. Tired of feeling like I'm shouting in a void. Tired of feeling like my words, my thoughts, my whole damn existence just slips through the cracks. And so I pull back. I say, nah, I'm good. I'll catch you later. And I mean it because I'm so drained from trying to be seen, trying to connect, only to walk away feeling like I was just background noise. Like I was just there, filling a seat, but not really there. You know what's messed up? You can be surrounded by people laughing, talking, vibing, and you still feel alone. Not because you're physically alone, but because you're surrounded by people who aren't really seeing you. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, listening, smiling, keeping the conversation going. But it's like there's this wall between you and them. Like you're on one side and they're on the other. And no matter how hard you try to reach across, you can't. And you're not trying to be extra or anything. It's just this quiet, heavily feeling that sits in your stomach. And it makes you want to shrink, disappear, because it hurts too much to keep reaching when nobody's reaching back. I bet you ask the people around you, they'd be like, "What? You're fine. You're always so chill." And that's the thing. They don't see it. They don't see how much it takes for you to keep that chill vibe going. They don't see the way you're overthinking every word you say, wondering if it was too much, too little, too weird. They don't see the way you go home after and replay every moment in your head, thinking, maybe I should have said something else, or maybe I came off wrong. They don't see the way you're dying inside because you're so good at acting like you're okay. You've gotten so good at playing the part that nobody even questions it. But you know how much it's costing you to keep that mask on. So why does this happen? Why do we feel so unseen, so unheard, even when we're doing everything we can to show up? I think a lot of it is the world we're in. Everything's so fast now, People are distracted, scrolling, chasing the next thing, the next post, the next moment. And when everyone is moving at a million miles an hour, it's hard to slow down and really notice someone, really hear what they're saying, really see who they are. We're also so busy trying to keep up, trying to look like we've got it all together, that we forget how to just be present. And when you're the one trying to cut through all that noise, trying to say, "Hey, I'm here, I'm trying," it's like you're whispering in a storm. It's not that people don't care, it's just that they're not always paying attention. But it's not the world. Sometimes it's us. And I'm not saying you're doing something wrong, so don't take it like that. I'm just saying that sometimes we hold ourselves back because we're scared. Scared of being too much or not enough. Scared that if we really let people see us, the real, raw, unfiltered version of us, they won't get it. They'll think we're weird or boring or just not worth their time. So we keep it safe. We stick to small talks, the house at going stuff, the surface level stuff. We don't let people see the part of us that makes us us. The parts that light us up, the parts that scare us, the parts that make us feel alive, and that we wonder why we feel so disconnected. It's because we're not giving people the chance to see us. We're keeping ourselves hidden because it feels safer that way. I do this all the time. I'll be in a conversation, and in my head, I've got something real I want to say, something that's been on my mind, something that feels like it matters. But instead of saying it, I'll just go, "Yeah, cool. What's up with you?" Because I'm worried it won't land right. I'm worried they'll look at me like, "Okay, why is this dude getting all intense?" Or they'll just brush it off and I'll feel stupid for even trying. So I keep it locked away and I walk away feeling like I missed a chance to connect, a chance to be seen. And that's on me. Not always, but sometimes. Because I'm not willing to show up as myself. How can I expect anyone to notice me? But here's the hard truth, and I need you to hear this. You can't wait for other people to see you first. I know that sucks to hear because you're already tired. You're already carrying so much, but people aren't always gonna give you what you need. They're not always gonna notice you, not because like you're not worth nothing, you're not worth noticing, but because they're human. They're distracted. They're dealing with their own stuff. And sometimes they just don't have the bandwidth. So you've got to start with you. You've got to start seeing yourself. And I don't mean that in some corny self help way. I mean really looking at yourself and saying, I'm enough. My thoughts, my feelings, my quirks, my everything, it's enough. Because when you start to believe that, when you start to carry yourself like your word seeing, it changes how you show up. It changes the energy you bring. And yeah, not everyone's gonna pick up on it, but the ones who do, they're the ones who matter. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It's scary as hell to show up as yourself, especially when you've tried before and felt like it didn't matter. It's terrifying to let people see the parts of you that you're not sure they like. But the alternative, hiding, shrinking, keeping that chill mask on you, that's so much worse. That's a guaranteed way to keep dying inside. And you don't deserve that. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to have your voice heard, your thoughts valued, your presence felt. But it starts with you being brave enough to say, this is me, this is who I am. And you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to walk into every situation like, here I am, world, deal with it. Start small. Say one real thing today. Text someone you trust something honest. Even if it's just, yo, I'm not doing great right now, bro. Or the next time you're talking to someone, instead of sticking to the safe, boring stuff, share a little piece of what's really on your mind. It doesn't have to be deep or life changing, just something that feels like you, and see what happens. Sometimes people surprise you, sometimes they lean in, they listen, and you realize that they've been waiting for you to show up too. And even if they don't, even if you put yourself out there and it doesn't land the way you hope, you're still winning because you tried, because you were brave enough to say, I'm here. And that's not nothing. That's huge. You know what else? You're not alone in this. I know it feels like you're the only one who's acting chill while you're falling apart inside. Like everyone else is out there connecting, laughing, living their best lives while you're stuck feeling like you're just existing. But that's not true. So many people feel this way. So many people are walking around with that same ache, that same fear that they're not enough, that they're not worth noticing. And the worst part is, we're all so busy worrying about being invincible that we forget to look at each other. We're all so caught up in our own heads that we miss the chance to really see people around us. So maybe part of this is about you seeing someone else too. Maybe it's about noticing the person who's been quiet, the one who's been fading into the background, and saying, hey, I see you. Because that's how we start to fix this. That's how we start to feel less alone. I keep coming back to this idea of acting chill because I think that's the heart of it. You're so good at it, you know? You've gotten so good at playing the part, at keeping it all together that nobody even suspects you're struggling. But that's also what's killing you. Because every time you put on that mask, every time you act like everything's fine, you're burying a little piece of yourself. You're pushing down the parts of you that are screaming to be seen, to be heard. And that takes so much energy. It's like you're carrying this invincible weight and nobody knows how heavy it is. because you make it look so easy. But it's not easy. It's exhausting, it's draining you, and you deserve better than that. So, what do you do? How do you stop dying inside? I think it starts with being honest with yourself. Not with everyone else, not yet, but with you. Admit that you're not okay. Admit that you're tired, that you're hurting, that you're carrying this pain. You don't have to fix it right away. You don't have to have all the answers. Just let yourself feel it. Let yourself say, this sucks and I'm struggling. Because when you do, when you stop pretending to yourself, it's like you're taking off a layer of that mask. It's like you're giving yourself permission to be real, even if it's just in your own head. And then take it one step at a time. Find one person you trust, one person who feels safe, and let them see a little piece of what's going on. It doesn't have to be a big, dramatic confession, just something small, something real, like, hey, I've been feeling kind of off lately. Or, I don't know, I just feel like nobody gets me sometimes, and see what they say. Sometimes the people who care about you are just waiting for you to let them in. They're not mind readers. They don't know you're dying inside because you're so good at acting chill. So give them a chance to show up for you. And if they don't, if you try and it doesn't go the way you hoped, that's okay too, because it's not about them. It's about you being brave enough to try. It's about you saying, I'm worth being seen. And the more you do that, the more you show up as yourself, the less you're gonna feel like you're dying inside. Because you're not gonna be burying yourself anymore. You're gonna be letting yourself breathe. I think about this a lot, and how we're all out here acting like we're all got it together when really so many of us are struggling. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to keep carrying this weight, pretending it's not there. You deserve to feel seen. You deserve to feel like you matter. And it starts with you. It starts with you saying, I'm not okay, but I'm worth it. I'm worth showing up for. So today, do one thing, just one. Be real with yourself. Write down what's been heavy on you and say it out loud. Even if it's just to yourself. And then, if you're ready, share a little piece of that with someone you trust. Or maybe just lean into something that makes you feel like you, something that lights you up, even if it's small, because that's your light. That's what makes you visible, not just to other people, but to yourself. And the more you lean into that, the less you're gonna feel like you're dying inside. I could keep going because this is something I feel so deep, but I'm gonna wrap it up here. If this hits you, if it made you feel a little less alone, let me know. Drop a comment, shoot me a message, whatever feels right, because I see you. I'm here for you, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Keep going.